Hello, welcome to this video. We're going to look at some how to level up guides. So we're going to start with a wild mode one here. So this is a pretty cool deck. That's pretty much all the cards, so I don't even need to scroll, so that's handy. And it's a really good deck to level up in wild mode. The thing is, like in general, I think there's a lot of Highlander decks. And so any deck where you can just guarantee the end of the game as a stage negates, just it sort of like waffling on forever. Um, there are some really cool combos in this deck that are worth pointing out. Probably the most important combo is Solarium. I'm thinking of the thing from Ender. Solarium into Plot Twist. So that can be really handy. Um, I mean, as far as tips go, there's different ways to achieve the end goal, right? For instance, at the end, if you get a 0 mana Mechathon, you don't need to do anything. As long as you've got the other cards, just in case maybe you don't understand like how it works, you basically do Cataclysm at the end when you've got no cards left, and as long as you've got Mechathon on the board, you're gonna win the game, right? So yeah, normally the normal like the most common is obviously the way to do it is you have to reduce the cost of Mechathon and the Blood Bloom. So essentially, you only need to have Mechathon and Blood Bloom in hand. And the reason why a lot of this is important is, for instance, if you're doing Solarium in a different situation, not when, say, you haven't been able to plot twist it, you need to, what do you need to do? Yeah, you can only, you can burn through your cards and lose them, right? As long as you've got the things you need. Like if you've got all the cards you need, like Cataclysm, Mechathon, and Blood Bloom, you could just burn through them. Even so, you could tap, and you could for another card, but it wouldn't make any difference because it doesn't matter what the card is. But I mean that's I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit because that's like the end of the game. The beginning of the game, um, a lot of it depends. Like if they're going to get out loads of big minions, Plague of Flames is really useful. Um, in general, you're going to want a Plague of Flames with your low cost minions. So I mean, a lot of it really does because you can go really fast, right? You can get Kobold, you can do Thalnos, you can do Loot Hoarder, you can do Novice Engineer, you can do Questing Explorer. All those cards are going to help you go much faster, right? Um, and if of course if you normally you'll need a combination of a few of those with a plot twist to really get the ball rolling. And I'm not sure exactly what turn you can get to. You can complete the complete Supreme Archaeology, but it's pretty. It's reasonably early anyway. Um, Obviously, Reno, you need to. I do tend to just play a lot of the early cards here. Like, and before you plot twist, it's like can be useful just to get rid of some. I don't know why, but I get rid of some of the earlier cards before plot twisting. But again, it really depends if you're going to do Plague of Flames. Like, I think it's like you almost have to think if you can get to a situation. If you can't get to the situation where you're going to be like before, you're going to be a few turns before you do your Mechathon stuff. You may need to hold back a few of the cards just so you can play combo with a Plague of Flames because it's like you get rid of like a 2-1 and a 1-1 and you're getting rid of like a 9-7 or like a 8-8 or something. That's when it comes into its own, right? Blast Crystal Potion, pretty late game to do that. And of course, there's the classic combos with Defile and Lord Godfrey. Um, in general, like if you've got like a high cost enemy, if you've got like a your enemy's got high cost minions rather, you may need to do you could do like a coil, you could do a Defile, you could then put it in Godfrey as well, and often they got high cost minions. There's only so many numbers below like 8 and below, right? So often you can almost like engineer it in the sense that you can get. you can get that, a consecutive, health amount over the course of the whole board. Um, so yeah, you obviously need to restore your health. Do it like this. You generally want to, when you've got RNSC thing, you need to. That's this card you really want to put into the plot twist, just because of the when you draw this effect. And Twisting Nether, you should try to avoid using it really, only in like super desperate situations, or sometimes it's like if it's like that you're just about to lose the game, and they've got like loads of minions just to pack on. It has to be you're just about to lose the game, but then you're only one turn away from winning it. So you do that. They play loads of minions that will easily destroy you, and then you play your Mechathon combo. Now Tharisan, in general, just play it like when you've got yeah, you do occasionally, like I say, you get 0 mana Mechathon or something, so then you don't have to worry too much about the combo. And in fact, if you get a 0 mana Blood Bloom as well, you also don't need to worry about reducing the cost. And you probably will draw about 5 or 6 cards that are 0 mana at least, right? Maybe more. So that does give you, if you think about it, that's what 5 or 6 out of 30. It's like a sixth, so it's what, like 15 to 20%. Actually, you need 2 out of it. Anyway, the point is you can get like, yeah, you can get a decent amount of chances to get your cards reduced. The point is, of course, is that it just doesn't always work out like that, because you will probably play a plot twist earlier, and but yeah, what I do tend to do at the beginning of the game is just get as many cards as I can with Librarian, Thalnos, Hoarder, and Engineer, and then just try and get, hope I've got a plot twist. And if I've got a position to do Solarian plot twist, really good. You can get like almost a full load of cards from that. And that's about it really. Mechathon decks are fun, especially in wild mode. So thanks for watching.